welcome back to the Junius Maltby channel for a quick run through the news this morning, a look at metals, some articles I've been reading and taking a look at. Again, it's going to be fast-paced this morning just because I have a lot to attend to. I'll try to get to this again tomorrow. Metals mostly flat, a little bit in the red, waiting for the Fed decision. Silver just barely, of course, 1 penny under $26. The biggest thing, though, today, 10-year Treasuries, 1.68%. Are you kidding me? And people don't think there's inflation. The rest of the world sees it. They know that we're on our deathbed. They know that the dollar's time is limited. This is a real poster, a real billboard in China, and this was sent to me by a friend. Of course, it shows the Sinai-Soviet Pact, goodbye America, as they basically tell America how they feel, it looks like, on this giant billboard. Very interesting perspective. You don't see this in the mainstream media. Russia considering faster rate hikes this year as inflation spikes. Yes, the Russian central bank, a lot of articles on that, is moving towards raising its interest rates to curb any inflationary risk that might happen because of the past year that we just went through, where they themselves had to issue, I'm assuming, large amounts of currency. But again, they have the lowest debt that I've seen when it comes to other nations. I think it's 10%. Debt to GDP, if I'm not mistaken, which is a lot less than where the U.S. is at, sitting at 130%. A much stronger financial position and a much stronger fiscal position, and it looks like they're going to use rates to curb inflation, whereas the United States is going to leave them either flat at 0% or even entertain negative interest rate territory. And of course, Mrs. Maltby's people, the most base population on the planet, Poland, their central bank is set to go on a gold buying spree, accumulating hundreds of tons. I think I read 100 tons of gold to be purchased by Poland's bank, taking a significant position in gold bullion. Now, I wonder why that is. The Polish are pretty good at preparing for things. They've been that way for, I guess, since the Middle Ages, since they prepared to protect themselves from the Black Death, the plague that struck Europe, closing off their nation. They also closed off their nation to the waves of immigrants coming from the Middle East and Africa, really protecting their nation state from the influx that flooded into Europe. And it looks like they're going to protect themselves economically as well from the decline and fall, the debasement and devaluation of the global fiat fractional reserve banking system. As it's destroyed, as it goes up in flames, Poland is protecting itself, securing its wealth, and taking a significant position in gold. It's very simple to look at that and to really conclude what they might see, why they're making that decision, and why it's a good decision for those like ourselves to protect, like I've always said, our own individual nation state, ourselves, because your home is your nation state. Some quick news on the raid that we committed the other day, all of you that participated. I appreciate it. Thank you. It was absolutely the funnest raid we've done so far. Tremendous success. The numbers keep coming in. People were buying the next day, reading through the comments, submitting how much they ordered, letting people know. I heard back from some of the sites we inquired of, and it sounds like on Jaeger we might have cleared $5,000 worth of silver that you guys picked up just there in those opening minutes, the opening salvo of the raid. And then who knows, from some of the other sites we went to, you guys cleaned them out pretty good. But when we added up in the chat as people were commenting, I know there were some that volunteered to try to go through and read the chat as quickly as they could. It sounds like we might have taken 3,000, maybe 4,000 ounces of silver off the market. Awesome. Hey, we're reducing supply. And if supply demand is real, if it really works, that's less silver out there. It truly is. Has to be. That's the way it works. And sound money in the pockets of the people. That's our goal. That's our mission here. Again, end the Fed. Resist tyranny. Throw off the yoke of slavery that is represented by the fiat fractional reserve dollar. The rest of the world sees it. They know what's going on. The news that we try to find, it's getting harder every day because it's true. There really is, it seems like, a filter on the United States news cycle, and it's becoming more and more difficult to see the real articles, the real stories. that translate to me and really illustrate what's going on, the reality on the ground, what's happening in the United States and abroad with this economic situation that we are in. A lot of people continue to deny what's happening, and we can't help them. Again, I have stopped trying for some of those people. They are going to deny inflation till the very end, until it's too late. They will. The bonds are telling us another story. You're seeing it. It's obvious. It's right there in front of you now. And again, if you know the currency is worthless when the government is handing it out for free. To quote the channel member Mimaru, who came up with that recently, and it's a beautiful quote. I'm going to use it forever. You know the currency's worthless when the government's handing it out for free. And it's hitting right now. You know, people are getting their stimulus money, $1,400 printed out of thin air by the United States, and it's entering the economy in real time. It's happening right now, and that will have an effect on the prices of goods and services. It's inevitable. Thanks for tuning in to the Junius Maltby channel. You are all the best. I'm glad to be here with all of you in this fight to the end. Because remember, hashtag the raid never ends. Keep stacking. Keep taking positions in sound money and precious metals. And we are on the right side of history. We will win. We will prevail. That is all. Have a good day.